They had survived the fire, but their hardest trial was yet to come, when a world-famous critic gave them a challenge that could destroy their entire career.
Subscribe to my channel and like to receive more interesting stories.
The success of their first collaboration had forged a tentative peace between Alara and Leo, but the true merging of their worlds was only beginning. The air in the studio, once thick with conflict, now hummed with a different energy of focused, collaborative buzz. Alara no longer just visited. She had a designated corner with her laptop, her sketches often finding their way next to Leo's technical drawings. He'd started incorporating her suggestions on color gradients and abstract forms, his traditional pieces evolving with a new, contemporary edge.
Subscribe to my channel and like to receive more interesting stories.
Their courtship was conducted in the language of their craft. He taught her the names of his tools not as a test, but as an invitation: the jacks, the blocks, the paddles. She showed him how to digitally render his designs, allowing him to visualize complex pieces before committing fire and glass. One evening, while working on a commissioned vase with an impossibly delicate spiral pattern, Leo's hand wavered. The hot glass shuddered, threatening to collapse. Steady, Alara's voice was calm, cutting through his frustration. She didn't touch him, but her presence was an anchor. "Breathe, just like you showed me." He took a breath, recentered, and saved the piece. In that moment, it wasn't a curator saving an artwork. It was a partner steadying her partner. The trust built in the studio bled into their personal lives. Their late nights now ended not with arguments, but with shared meals at the small table in his loft, talking about everything and nothing. The fierce physical attraction that had sparked their first kiss deepened into a profound intimacy. In the quiet darkness of his bedroom, the roar of the furnace a distant memory, they explored each other with a patience and reverence that mirrored their work. His hands, capable of controlling 2,000-degree molten glass, traced the lines of her body with infinite care. Her analytical mind, usually racing with strategies and plans, grew quiet, lost in the simple, powerful language of touch. It was a silent symphony of give and take, a perfect fusion of strength and vulnerability. The true test of their newfound partnership came from an unexpected source. A renowned but notoriously difficult gallery owner from Paris, Monsieur Durant, visited the studio. He was a man known for making and breaking careers with a single critique. He examined Leo's work with a cold, clinical eye before issuing a challenge: a chandelier. Not just any chandelier, but a monumental piece, a symphony of light comprising hundreds of individually blown glass elements, to be completed in a mere 3 weeks. It was an impossible deadline, designed to force Leo into failure or compromise. Leo was ready to refuse, his pride bristling, but Alara placed a hand on his arm. "We can do this," she said, her voice slow and firm. The following 3 weeks were a crucible. The studio became their entire world. Alara became the project manager, orchestrating a complex ballet of production. She scheduled the cooling cycles, managed the inventory of materials, and handled all communication, shielding Leo from distractions. Leo, in turn, became a machine of pure creation, his movements a fluid, relentless dance with the fire. He blew the complex crystalline forms for the chandelier's core, each piece a testament to his skill. But it was Alara who suggested the central element, a single, perfect glass rose, its petals so thin they seemed to capture and hold the light itself, a symbol of their own fragile, beautiful connection that had blossomed under pressure. They worked in shifts, catching a few hours of sleep on the couch in the loft, their bodies weary, but their spirits welded together by a shared purpose. There were moments of near disaster. A main support arm cracked during cooling. A batch of colored glass reacted unpredictably. Each time, they problem-solved together, their combined intellect and intuition finding a solution where either would have failed alone. The night before the shipment to Paris, they installed the final piece. As Leo wired the last component, Laura flipped the switch. The chandelier ignited, casting 1,000 prismatic shards of light across the studio. It was more than a lighting fixture. It was a captured constellation, a testament to what they could achieve together. They stood in silence, hand in hand, watching their shared dream glow in the dark. A month later, the review came in. Monsieur Durant, in his notoriously sparse praise, had called the chandelier a masterpiece of modern craftsmanship, where technical precision meets poetic soul. The commission was a triumph, but for Leo and Laura, the real victory was the unshakable knowledge that they were stronger together. One evening, with the studio quiet and clean, the chaos of the commission replaced by a contented peace, Leo led Laura to the annealing oven. Inside, cooling slowly and safely, was not a new commission, but a single, small object. He retrieved it and placed it in her hand. It was the glass rose from the chandelier, but now, wrapped around its stem was a band of platinum, etched with a pattern that mirrored the crystalline structure of the glass itself. "You didn't just help me build a chandelier," he said, his voice rough with emotion, his soot-smudged fingers gently closing hers around the rose. "You helped me rebuild my life. You are the strength to my fire, the clarity to my vision. My work is nothing without you to share it with. Bury me." Tears welled in Alara's eyes, catching the studio's light like the facets of their glass. There were no spreadsheets, no contracts, no strategic plans for this moment. There was only the profound, simple truth in his eyes and the perfect, solid weight of the rose in her hand, a love forged in fire, tempered by trust, and now set to last a lifetime. Her yes was a whisper, a promise sealed with a kiss that tasted of soot and salvation, the final, beautiful piece in the symphony they had created together.